We welcome you to Super Tuesday, presented by Boost Mobile. And here tonight, lights out inside Lloyd Noble Center as we bring you Big 12 basketball. Number 12, Oklahoma, taking on Baylor. It is Super Tuesday. As we get ready for the introductions, they got the light show going on, and the Sooners needing themselves a big win here tonight. Big 12 standings right now. Who else atop the leaderboard? Of course, Kansas trying to make it 14 straight regular season titles. Texas Tech, the one team to knock them off in Lawrence this season. And West Virginia as well, along with Oklahoma. Those three teams tied for that second spot. You see Baylor got off to a good start this year, but disappointing at 2-6. As we get ready to go tonight, we'll get a chance to watch one of the top players in the entire country in Trae Young, leading the nation in both scoring and in assists. And here is PA man Jim Miller.
Senior from Houston, Texas, number 3, Cody Laton. At the other forward is the 6'9" freshman from Hera, Oklahoma, number 35, Brady Bennett. At one guard is a 6'6" junior from Camarisco, Texas, number 1, Rashard Odom. At guard, 6'5" and a sophomore from Katy, Texas, number 20, Cam McCusty. And at guard is a 6'2" freshman from Norwood, number 11, Trey
There he is, the guy that gets everyone fired up, Trae Young, and we will watch him up close and personal here tonight. Hi, folks. John Shambi alongside Tom Crean. Trae Young, of course, as we mentioned, having a phenomenal year. Right now, likely the National Player of the Year. Grew up going to games here, and a guy who went to high school about 3 miles away. So break it down basketball-wise for us, Tom Crean. What is it that makes him so special?
Well, there's a couple things that really stand out. First and foremost, he has got superior vision of the rim, of the open man. He can see the floor close, far, it doesn't make a difference. But he has got absolutely ridiculous range. He has an ability to shoot the ball just a few steps inside of half court, from the middle, from the right, from the left. And because of that footwork and his ability to follow through, he's very accurate with that shooting range.
Well, they lead the nation in scoring this year to the Oklahoma Sooners. For more on Oklahoma and Trae Young, we welcome in the third member of our team. Here's Chris Budd.
Thanks, John. Well, Trae Young needs some help from the guys around him to knock down some uncontested shots. They've struggled with that over the last couple of days, and they'll have to do it today without Christian James. The Sooners' second leading scorer is out with flu-like symptoms. Cam McCusty will start in his place. Trae Young telling me before the game that he expects big things from Cam. He's had some great practices. It hasn't shown up yet in games, but he thinks without Christian James today, this will give Cam a chance to shine.
McCusty, a guy who started 17 times last year. This only his second start this season, but he's a guy who can fill it up in a hurry. As Baylor wins the tip, the Bears control. Baylor really needs a win tonight, Coach.
Well, they do, and if you're judging it by shooting the walkthrough today and their activity and their excitement, that's not a team they didn't look like a team that's lost some games in a row and coming off a tough loss in Florida. They're excited to play. Left shoulder.
Joe Lual-Achuil Jr., they get a ton of their points in the paint.
They do, and they are such a good offensive rebounding team, and that's one area that Oklahoma has given up quite a few. They've been one of the league leaders in giving up the most offensive rebounds.
And of course, the interesting thing to watch, how does Baylor defend Trae Young here? Odoms fires. And the rebound pulled down by Lindsey. Lindsey and Lacan in the lineup. Toss up ahead, Achuil not able to hit. What do you expect from Baylor defensively?
Well, right now, Manu LeConte didn't let Trae Young go back and get the outlet. And I think him navigating screens and dealing with the elusivity of how Trae Young drives the ball, there's a turnover to start.
LeConte feeds Lual-Achuil Jr. throws it down. Baylor off to the fast start.
I think they'll have to run different people at Trae Young, and we know Scott Drew runs admirated defenses, whether it be the man-to-man, the 2-3. the 1-3-1. He's got the triangle and 2 in his bag, so we could see a lot of things tonight.
Lecomte right up on him. And Manu Lecomte charged with his first foul, the senior from Belgium.
That's an area right there where Baylor has not been as good at getting their hands into the ball screen defense, but that time they were.
The freshman Tristan Clark stepping in and helping out there. John Shambi, Tom Crean, Chris Budden from Norman, Oklahoma. Brady Maddock, quick release, buries it.
There's quick releases, and then there's Brady Maddock. The only other college version I could even put in the category with him at his size is Luke May, but I keep going back to the Klay Thompson comparison. He gets it off so quick.
Lecomte fires and buries it.
Squared up, that's when he's at his best. When he's squared up, not trying to force shots over defenders. Came off the screen, excellent cut. That's what's that.
Manic. And then Latin gets fouled as he went up for the dunk. Brady Maddock, a guy who rebounds well, he can shoot it and also passes well.
He's got to do more getting to the offensive glass because he's capable. He's getting an offensive rebound right now, John, every 33 minutes. That's not enough for a guy with his ability and his size. And the fact that when they get an offensive board and can get fouled or kick it out for a 3, they've got to get more. They've got to get more from him. They've got to get more from Odoms. There's no, and they're going to get a challenge tonight because Baylor's a tremendous rebounding team.
Latin gets them both. He's their only senior. We focus so much on Trae Young, but overall, Lon Kruger has a very young team.
He does, and taking out a veteran like Christian James impacts that tonight as well.
Final tosses. Alachuil Jr. And there's Manick with the rebound. Young with his head up. Lecomte right on him. Odom's rejected. McGusty fires. Lindsay, a guy who hasn't been shooting a ton this year. He hasn't shot a 3 in either of the last 2 games. There's a shot rejected by Latin. Here's Young. Up ahead, and the throw down for Odoms. Great look.
Great run out. And you're exactly right on Jake Lindsay. You look at Baylor and you say, you know what? They're not that far. They might be a shooter away. And then you realize Jake Lindsay's that shooter. King McClure can be that shooter. Jake Lindsay's got to look for his offense more.
Lecomte catch and shoot and buries it.
Manu doesn't have any trouble looking for his offense. And he is rolling right now.
He's not a guy you have to remind to shoot.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You got to remind him to not shoot it in somebody's face, but he definitely doesn't have to be reminded on taking shots.
Odom's feed inside. Latin couldn't convert. Vital inside. And a foul on Manick. Vital goes to the line.
Great block. This is what they've got to do. Get the ball out. Trae Young's first dribble covers ground. He didn't need a third. Passes it off the dribble. Odoms running the wing. They'll miss Christian James running the left wing, but Odoms is tremendous at running that right wing.
And if you're just joining us, as Chris Budd told us in the open, Christian James out with the flu. One of their starters. So Cam McGusty starting.
Good sign for Vital making his first free throw. He's shooting 46% right now from the free throw line in the league. He's a much better shooter than that.
Mark Vital, they call him Baby Rico. Remember, Rico Gathers, the former Baylor Bear. He's kind of like the next size, the Russian nesting doll. You know, he's the guy, the inside, the next size.
I think he's going to be a real force tonight. I think we'll see him on Trae Young as well. They've already put Lindsay on Trae Young.
Lecomte. And Latin the board. Here's Young now. Oklahoma down 5. Great look. And Latin the throwdown. He makes it look pretty easy.
He really does. His eyes are always up. I just can't talk about it enough. And everybody that's sitting home, whether you're a high school player, junior high, a dad or mom trying to teach their child how to play better, watch his vision, his eyes, his head never drops.
Odoms was trying to find him, but Gusty wide open. Terry Maston into the game for the Baylor Bears. Lindsey reverses it, nicely done.
And Jake Lindsey was open about 5 seconds earlier. They got miscommunicated. Trey reacted late, and a great read by Lindsey to drive that and not settle for a jump shot.
And Odoms answers with the bucket as well on that Lindsey drive. Did good work using the rim to protect himself from the shot blockers. John Shabby, Tom Crean, Chris Button from Norman, Oklahoma. Big 12 battle here tonight. Both these teams been slumping a bit. Lindsey gives off to LeConte. This is only the second time, by the way, Lindsey and LeConte have started in a game together. And Lawal Achuil not able to hit. In fact, air ball. Here's Young. Steps on the gas. Young. And had the shot blocked, but he gets fouled. Sooners down by 3. All right, when we come back, we checked in with Trey Young. All right, so what aren't you so good at? He let us know. We'll tell you when we return.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Boost Mobile and in part by Jared the Galleria of Jewelry.
Baylor by 3. Every month the Sooners go and visit a middle school. They went to Truman, actually primary school, and we found out about, well, Trey Young and his ability to eat marshmallows and say Sooner basketball. Hannes Polo winning the marshmallow eating speaking competition, and then Trey Young with the pie in the face, although buries the free throw. The one other thing, not good at rock, paper, scissors, says his sister beats him all the time.
Oh, that's going to cost him in the draft. It's going to drop a few spots in the lottery because of those weaknesses. Yeah. You can't have a guard that can't take a pie in the face and that can't beat his sister in paper, scissors, rock. Just can't have it.
Oklahoma coming out with a little bit of pressure. Ty Lazenby into the game for Oklahoma. Quarter 3, Nuni Omot. That's one of the things that he adds. Omot, who starts occasionally. In fact, the first 15 he started.
Great spacing now. They've got a big lineup, but they've got a lineup in there that everybody's capable of making three-point shots.
Looks like King McClure is going to check in. Lindsey will grab a seat.
Here's another guy. Jake Lindsey's got to be more aggressive and looking for a shot offensively. So does King McClure. Because King can also drive the ball, can get downhill. They can isolate him on a wing. Got to look to take more threes.
Nice not able to corral the pass. Odom's eyeballed it, went to the bucket, lays it in. Nice move.
He has been on a roll of driving out of these corners. Last week it was big against Kansas. We could see it the other day against Alabama. Odom's on the attack, especially without Kristen James in the game, is huge.
And there's Odom's on the attack again, and the throwdown. Rashard Odom's off to a great start.
Great overplay, uses his length, gets it with the outside hand, which is just a textbook steal. One dribble, slam, and that rim is so loud tonight. The mic on the rim is A+.
Just for you, Tom Crean.
I love it. Great defense by Trey Young. They love to bring Manu up a double stagger. He read it, snipped it out perfectly.
Clark finds Maston. His jumper is long. Sooners trying to take the lead. And LeCon fouls Trae Young. He gets 3 free throws.
So quick, he made something out of nothing there because they had the break and the wings were not running well.
Trae to the line for Oklahoma. He'll shoot 3 shots.
So Trae Young had that monster game, 48 points against Oklahoma State. Since then, he's been a tad more under control when you look at it. 13 of the 26 from the floor, and he's been, I think, a little more focused on getting his teammates involved.
Oh, I think so, and I think he's still driving to the basket. I mean, think about this. He's a freshman guard. He is averaging over 11 free throw attempts in the conference right now, which is more than he was averaging overall. He's an aggressive player. He can mix and match his speeds, his directions, but he is definitely looking for his teammates.
Lon Kruger's 7th year as the Oklahoma head coach. Of course, Final Four with the Sooners in 2016, and Buddy Hield. Lindsey able to break the pressures. He gets past Lazenby. Lindsey trying to feed inside, out of bounds, and it stays with Baylor. Now, Scott Drew's done a remarkable job at Baylor. 15th season, NCAA tournament 7 different times, been to the Elite 8 twice. Talk about resurrecting a program. Oma cuts inside, left hand, nice move.
Great cut. They got hung up in the 2 screens, great drive. They'll usually run that play for a 3, but he did a great job of reading the defense.
Doolittle rejected. And Joe Lual-Achuil Jr. with the swat.
Doolittle's just got to let the game come to him. I got here at 5:30. Christian Doolittle was already on the floor shooting today. I mean, he's a factor for this team. He's just got to play with more confidence.
Jumper from Doolittle. Short. Manick pulls down the board. Shot clock winding down. It's at 7. Here's Young. Hoists. Oh, my! I mean, you talk about from deep.
And there was nothing wrong with that defense, John. His hand, Jolly's hand never dropped. He just rose up and shot over top of it.
Tyson Jolly, a guy familiar with playing against Trae Young in high school. So he's seen that before. Sooners by 3. Oklahoma here in the first half. 11:42 to go. And they lead it on this setup. Jumper.
Look at that setup. Plant, hold the follow through, in.
Back in Norman as the Sooners lead by this many. Trae Young over Tyson Jolly. Chris Budden, not the first time Tyson Jolly seen that act.
Jolly from Oklahoma City, Putnam West, went to high school playing against Trae Young. I asked him before the game, I said, did you expect this kind of performance from him when you were watching him in high school? He said he was flashy, he was great, and I knew that he would be good, but I never expected him to catch on just this quickly.
Yeah, right. Did you expect him to lead the country in scoring? There's Oman able to answer. I mean, it's been incredible, the numbers that Young has been able to put up as Clark steps out to defend. Odoms had a good first half, and it continues. 3 more, he's got 11. Rashard Odoms, who averages 7.2 points per game.
Well, both coaches got to be happy with that kind of production. Nooney had made 5 threes going into this game in the Big 12. He's got 2 already.
Achuil able to flip it up and in. Joe Lual-Achuil Jr.
He's getting anywhere he wants right now, whether it's back down, whether it's spinning. Very good with his left shoulder.
Well, fans, our women's Thursday night showcase is a top 10 matchup. It's the undefeated number 1 ranked UConn Huskies as they take on number 7 South Carolina in Columbia at 7 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. The feed inside. Not able to get that shot to go. May have been blocked. Then to the corner. Odoms tries again and hits again. 14 for Odoms. Wow.
What Trae Young is so good at, he waits for you to commit defensively. It wasn't the two people that were on him. It's who was going to take the role. He waits, he delivers a pinpoint pass to Richard Odoms for another three.
Lindsay inside. Great move. Jake Lindsay right at the bucket.
Absolutely. I mean, they got to be happy with his aggressiveness. This is exactly how he needs to play. He's fully capable.
From way downtown, Young with another. Wow.
Speaking of fully capable, not even sure how you put that in context.
I mean, that is a joke how deep that is.
I think we sold him short when we talked at the beginning of the game about his range. That was a little further back than what we anticipated.
Here's Jolly now. Achiuil Jr. lost the handle. Picks it back up, finds Jolly. Hanks. And then the air ball, and it ends up being a shot clock violation. And it's Oklahoma basketball.
Here he is in a nutshell. Look at his eyes. He waits to see who picks up the roll. They stay with Manek. He finds Odoms in the corner. Beautiful. And then down. Change of foot, change of direction. He is absolutely lethal when he steps back off that left foot.
Odoms and Young have combined for 24 points in this one, as the lob wouldn't go from Manek. Maybe a little too high for the freshman.
Yep. Downhill drive, put his hands in. I think both coaches, both teams are going to be happy with the referee. And you got Joe DeRosa, who's done the national championship game. He's done 7 NBA finals. And both Jamie Luckey and Pat Adams have done numerous Final Fours. So, big-time crew on a Tuesday night in Norman, Oklahoma.
LeCompte from the corner. And Maston not able to track it down. Sooner basketball up 5. 8:47 to go here, first half. Baylor team that's dropped 5 of 6 and 7 of 9. And an Oklahoma team that's been in a bit of a slump as they've lost 3 of their last 4.
Watch their place. There's the roll.
Too easy.
Great play. What happens? That's where having Brady Manek is such a treat as a coach, because he just keeps coming and you got to stay with him. All of a sudden, there's the naked roll underneath.
Yeah, you got to honor Manek, and then eventually Latin gets loose. Timeout, Baylor. Sooners by 7. How about this vision, Coach? Let's check it out.
Waiting on the roll. You can't leave Manek. Everybody says, don't let Manek catch it. There's the dunk. Trae has got obviously great feet, but he's also got 2 great hands. He can make the pass with his left. He can make it with his right. Fran Fraschilla called it the other day early eyes. I look at it that way on the break, but then deceptive eyes. It's very hard to get a read on him because he throws the ball with vision, he throws the ball with velocity, and he throws it on time.
Aston almost picked up his pivot foot. Omot steps back. 3 goes down. Nuni Omot, that's a 2. And Omot with 8 points here in the early going. Make it 10 for Nuni. Manek gets that one.
Incredible. When you look at Young and you look at Manek, they're both making 7 threes a game. There are 3 teams in the Big 12, Texas Tech, Oak State, and Baylor, that are not making that many as a team in the Big 12.
Wow. That's an impressive total from those 2 freshmen. Omot to Achiuil Jr. working on Latin. Little short. Latin had the rebound for a second and now gets it to Shepard. Auguste tried the Euro step.
He should have tried the backboard. Good move. He's got to finish it. You just can't throw the shot up.
Lindsay at the basket. A little short. And then Manic, as he was falling down, trying to get it to his teammate. Fans wanted a foul. Saturday on ESPN, basketball version of the Red River rivalry. 6:15 Eastern. Trae Young and the 12th-ranked Sooners taking on Texas. And then Big Ten matchup at Assembly Hall, Michigan State and Indiana. So you get number 5 Michigan State in action and number 12 Oklahoma in action. It's coming up on Saturday. They get a foul inside. For more on Baylor, let's go over to Chris.
John, during that last timeout, the Baylor players were all talking to each other, frustrated because of the lack of communication on court in terms of who's guarding who. They stepped up saying, hey, we have to be able to talk more. Coach Drew saying, hey, Trae's good, but he's not this good. We're just letting him have it out.
So right now, the Sooners playing with Young on the bench. This is the spot where Shepard runs the point. There's a steal. LeConte steps in and able to lay it in. The steal and the deuce.
Great jump by LeConte. He's down in the stance, and that's what happens when you're engaged and locked in a big matchup like this with Trae Young. You're just a little bit quicker, even though he's not on the court. Odom's telegraphed his pass.
Odom's with 14 points. Manic, another 3. Brady Manic.
He's got the ultimate release, right? But he moves so well without the ball that he's so hard to find. He started on one wing, got under the basket, floats into the corner. 3 with a hand in his face.
Baylor down by 9. Take a look at that release.
Look at it, the eyes are up on it. And in this situation, he's almost better when you are standing there defending him than he is when people run at him. He holds the follow through, stretches it out. Sometimes he gets in a rush when people close him out, especially guards. But it's so unique how he shoots with a hand in his face, and it really doesn't make a big difference.
Why is that, though, with a guy right on him, that he's better as opposed to sprinting at him?
What I believe and what we always looked at is you're wondering where your landing is going to be. When someone's flying at you, great shooters want to know where they're going to land. They don't want somebody getting under their feet and their ankles.
Trae Young back in, handling here. Toss inside, Latin plus Tax. And off the great feed from Trae Young. Let me ask you this about Young in the vision. Is that teachable?
The vision, you can teach a guy to keep his head up. This is a gift. He looked at the wing to see how it was being played. They committed to Manic on the wing. He threaded that needle right there because he found an opening on that pass. Now that's unique. That's very hard. But you have to stay on players to constantly play with their eyes up because offensively, when guys come into college, they really don't understand spacing. A lot of times they don't understand how to play without the ball. They certainly don't understand how to play with their head up. Trae Young understands all that.
Young so far 10 points, 5 assists. Mason goes left hand. Nacho Jr. offensive rebound and the putback.
Well, they found a weakness on Manic. He's behind the people that are ducking in. They've gotten 2 great looks at that because they realize they can post him up because he's not aware that it's coming. He's got to get down and get leveraged.
Vital rebounds from Auguste miss. Toss up ahead, hits the backboard.
Now that's where they got to find a layup. Find a layup on this break. Get momentum back their way.
Young probing inside and finds Latin.
Latin is so good getting behind the defense. So good. And there he takes the step, uses his wingspan, gets on the other side.
Trae Young already with 6 assists in the game. Vital backing down.
Yeah. Now watch Trae. All right, the hands are up, has the poise. Right on time, right on target. He knows He has made a great play. That is why I have to believe he is so much fun to play with, because he can make something out of nothing, including a roll, and that action right there with two people around Latin. Great finish by Kadeem Latin.
You got to have your hands up and be aware, because my guess is during practice time early on, he probably is hitting some people in the chest and in the head with some passes, you know?
Yeah, you've got to try to take his vision, which is a lot easier said than done, and you can get your hands up too close. I tested that a few times when we were at Indiana, trying to put hands in guys' faces. They got a little problem. The referee's got a little problem when the palm is touching their nose. But I might try that tonight, because he can see everything.
10-point game as they attend to Lindsey, who's got some blood on the elbow. And so their trainer, David Chandler, handling things.
Watch it dive on the weak side after the screen.
Look confident, great look and one. And Shepard fouled him. And Manu LeConte had a good first half.
He really has. Credit the screeners, though. He did a great job of coming off those screens. And rarely do you get the first option on a play like that. Usually you'll get the slip. But because the screens were so good, the pass was so good, and he stayed in his shot, excellent play.
Well, they ran that like 5-on-0. And Young able to sell the foul on Tristan Clark.
Well, Tristan Clark, you can't step out into the ball screen. You've got to be stepping towards the sideline, because he's going to clip your hip every time like that, and he's great at selling the foul because he bobs his head. But if you step up, now the only thing you've got to deal with is a split. But if you're active with the hands, which Baylor has been more so tonight on the ball, not as much off the ball.
Sooners by 6. Trae Young leading the nation in scoring and in assists tonight. 10 points and 6 assists. And he misses the free throw. The 2 threes tonight for Trae Young have been from Dallas. I mean, that's how deep they've been.
Should be a handoff.
Now he spins, goes right back at the rim and puts it in.
Good drive. That's when they've been at their best tonight. Getting that movement side to side, running LeConte off the screens on the bottom.
They get the foul on Hannes Pola. We take a break. Sooners lead by 4.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
Yeah, Puckett, I told you it was a 3. It shocked me that those two would just sit there and have at it with each other. It's a good conversation. Right now, Tom Crean, who is, in your mind, the player of the year? Right now, if you handed the trophy to somebody, who would you pick?
Trae Young, without a doubt, right now. And because, again, there's some great players in the country. Jalen Brunson is a phenomenal winner, doing an incredible job. I think we're going to find out even more now with the absence of Phil Booth. Marvin Bagley Jr. having a tremendous year. You could go around, but not only what Trae Young is doing offensively with the shooting of the ball, the scoring of the ball, but the way he brings his teammates to another level. That's why I would give it to him.
Look forward to hearing from Carl, Jay Will, and Coach Greenberg coming up at the half. They're looking, or they were looking at this three from Nuni Omot that the play-by-play guy correctly called a 3 initially, then was corrected to a 2. And now I think they're going to change it back to a 3. That's right. One more time. So right now, Joe DeRosa, Jamie Lucky looking. That's a 3, right? I mean,
it looks like that. We've had about 32 looks during that break to be able to clarify it. So we over here, so we're seeing the same thing they're seeing.
So right now, a 4-point game.
Looks like it to me.
So it's going to be 44-41 now.
You, with all your history of dealing with, is the foul ball, is it in, is it out?
That's right.
You knew right away.
Vital kick out. And now Vital tossed to Jolly. That one way off the mark. And here's McGusty. McGusty going at LeConte. Tried that Euro step again. Foul and count the basket.
Great footwork on that play. Great touch.
He's tried that big Euro step thing twice, and it's been sort of awkward each time. But that time it ended up working for him.
Well, he did. We like to call. We always talked about staying in your shot. The first time he took that shot, he tried to shoot it over people. Couldn't really see the basket. In this case, he did. Great finish. Possession before, that's where Vital's got to look to go up and score. He's an aggressive player on the attack. Didn't need that last pass to Jolly.
McGusty completes the three-point play. Cam McGusty getting to start tonight as LeConte looks on. And Lindsay will handle right here. Sooners by 6.
Baylor needs something inside. Get to that foul line.
Achuil Jr. not able to hit. Rebound pulled down by Doolittle. Here's Young now. Inside. I mean, he is creative with the basketball. There's no two ways about it. 10.7 assists. And Young to the line.
Great wing running right here. Everybody ran. You've got to play the corners, which creates a one-on-one for Trae Young in the paint. Does a great job of going into the body, creating the contact, gets the foul. That's when they're at their best, because this is truly pick your poison. Okay, are we going to collapse in the lane and make it a tight paint, or are we going to go out and guard the wings that are running to the corners and be concerned about the trail and make it a loose paint? Loose paint for there is what Trae Young wants.
Young with 11. Omot inside and absorbs the foul despite a shot being blocked. Sooners lead at 48-41. John Shelby, Tom Crean, Chris Button from Lloyd Noble Center here in Norman, Oklahoma. Omot, good free throw shooter, 86%. More Woods basketball coming your way. It's the women's Thursday night showcase. Top 10 matchup. Number 1 UConn, number 7 South Carolina. It comes to you from Columbia, 7 Eastern, ESPN and the ESPN app.
Nuni Omot, the best thing he'd been doing as of late is getting fouled into the foul line. And the offensive aggressiveness, the cutting, the driving today, the defense, he's having a heck of a game for them.
Omot and LeConte each with a dozen. Young, left hand off the window and in. Pretty good shot there from Trae Young as he was being muscled away from the rim. The freshman with 13. McClure for 3. And there's Omar, and he walks.
Change of direction, change of hand, going through the body. We always talk about drive at the body, drive under the shoulder. That's exactly what he did. Got a great scoop shot.
McGusty slicing through, finds Latin. Latin walked. Latin's had a good first half as Trae Young's been able to find him. He's got 11 points. Latin, a guy who averages 8. He's the only senior on the team for Lon Kruger.
He's coming off an 18-point game against Alabama. He was extremely active on the glass, on the pick and roll. Made a 15-footer. Added offense from him is a real bonus for this team.
Good hands by Manick. Maston gets it back, and Maston with the dunk. Young from deep. And the foul there on Doolittle. He fouled Lindsey. And they'll march it down the other end.
The senior foul is called on.
And Lindsey will shoot 2.
Number 21, Christian Doolittle.
So a 6-point game
That's his first in the
here in the first half. Baylor just 2-6 in the league. The Bears have not led at the half of a Big 12 game so far this year, which is pretty amazing for Scott Drew's team. And they're not going to lead here at the half. It doesn't look like here tonight. Lindsey gets those 2. 4-point game. Closing in at a minute to go. Young going to work with the bigger Maston on him. Almost lost the handle. Gets past him. McGusty jumper, and he's fouled, and they get McClure on that foul. And there'll be 3 shots.
I'm sorry. Credit Trae Young again on a play like that. The last time he had the mismatch, he took the 3. Here, he probably wanted that 3, but he kept the game going. He got inside of the paint, makes the next pass. They want you to settle, okay, for a bomb 3, all right, with an outstretched hand when you switch like that. What they don't want you to is get the game going back in rotation.
And 7 for Young so far. McGusty misses the second.
Big possession now with Jolly going in for McClure. All right, get the spacing, but get the ball inside. You've got the bonus. You're getting tremendous scoring off the bench. This is where you don't want to give Oklahoma a clean layup, a clean break.
Good hands. Latin, toss up ahead, McGusty. Young, open 3. Well, that was as close a 3 as we've seen him take. And now Baylor holds to the last shot, down by 6. Wouldn't go. And that'll do it. Sooners get 14 from Rashard Odoms and 13 from Trae Young. And Oklahoma leading this one at the break by 6. Let's send it over to Chris Button.
Coach, you've said you want several guys to step up around Trae. What's allowed for the success from those guys today scoring offensively?
I thought we had pretty good attack. You know, Rowe was great attacking, picked up a couple fouls, but I thought he did a great job, knocked down a couple threes. Got some other guys, Brady got some shots down, so we need to make shots around Trae.
What do you need more of in the second half?
Well, we've got to pick up some loose balls. You know, they had some loose balls we didn't get back there later in the half, so we got to do a better job on the defensive end for sure.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Sooners by 6 as we get ready for halftime here in Norman. Coming up, we'll send it to the studio. It'll be Ravi, J. Will, and Seth. After these messages, Oklahoma and Trae Young leading by 6 at halftime. Welcome back to Norman. As the Sooners lead at the half, it's all part of Super Tuesday, presented by Boost Mobile. Yeah, we saw some tricks in the first half. We saw some tricks at halftime. Some great passes, some great catches. The Pooches put on a pretty good show. Hey there, John Shambi, Tom Crean with you. Sooners leading at the break. Obviously, all Trae Young all the time. And one of the things that shifted since that 48-point performance, he's really focused on looking for his teammates and that great vision, and we've seen it tonight.
Well, it's just, I mean, there's so many adjectives. I just start with extraordinary. I mean, it really is but it's fundamental. He plays with his eyes up. He can play off both feet. He can pass with either hand. But his timing and poise to read where the help defender is committing. He waits for the defense to commit. Then he makes a pass that is right there where they can score. Here, Tyson Jolly, hand in his face. He just rises up and shoots over it. All right, there the hands were down. He is so good at getting you off balance. What I like to say, he makes good defense work for him. The harder you play, sometimes the more he leverages you. And we saw it on that last clip because he plants that foot, you react, he steps back off that left foot, knocks it down.
You see Oklahoma 7 for 7 of Trae Young passes. Chris Button got a chance to catch up with Scott Drew a little bit ago.
Yeah, Scott Drew telling me there's a couple things on defense that he'd like his guys to work on. One of them is ball screens, also transition. He said the other issue that's happened is that they've allowed them to foul too early in the shot clock, that it's allowed Trae Young too many times at the line with a full shot clock. He said offensively, I'm pleased with what we've done. This is the best we've shot the ball all year.
Well, we'll see if Baylor can get on a run, but it's Sooners basketball to start the second half. It's Lindsey on Young, Manic to inbound. Ready to go here from Lloyd Noble. 52-46. And Odoms gets the trigger from Manic. Odoms with 14 points in the first half. That led all scorers. Young with the bigger Lindsey on him. And they get a foul on Kadeem Latin inside. So Baylor basketball now.
So, Coach, I was big on the first 8 minutes, the first 2 TV timeouts. But these first 4 minutes for Baylor to establish and not let Oklahoma pull away, find a way to get into the bonus early, are going to be crucial.
From the corner, buries it. Manu LeConte with another 3. That's his 4th three-pointer, and he's got 15.
Oh, that was a very quick release, but a great pass from Jake Lindsey. Right on time, right in the corner. Skipped it across a couple defenders. Excellent aggressive play.
Young lost the handle briefly. And now it's McGusty into the paint. LeConte stripped it away, but now back to Odoms. Odoms. Baylor back the other way. LeConte up ahead. Vital. And the throwdown.
Very good start. The lane was tight. Not the ball movement to start the half that Oklahoma needs.
Young from deep. Got it.
But when you shoot like that, ball movement's overrated.
Well, we had the perfect angle on that.
Well, he almost shot it from our table.
Pretty much. LeConte inside the line, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he's basically dribbling over to say hello to the people in the side seats, the Nicholson seats, knocks it down. Over a 7-footer, mind you. Wow.
I mean, the 3 threes that he's made, I would say, have on average been, I don't know, what, about 28 feet, would you say?
Oh, easy. Yeah, easy. Easy, and they're off the dribble. I mean, he just gets it off so quick. Here they're running off a screen. Watch Manick.
Inside, and he'll go to the lines. Young absorbs the contact, and just a lot to handle for Luala-Acuil to mark him outside and then follow him at the rim.
Again, he did a great job. He was looking for the roll or for Manick on the opposite side, but everybody stayed home. They stayed with their man, which created one-on-one for him. And he gets that shake dribble, and he drops that shoulder, and he goes and he's at the foul line.
It seems like everybody weighing in on how good Trae Young is. We've heard Steph Curry, LeBron, another guy that did, Rod Strickland. Rod Strickland had a really good NBA career, of course, a magnificent player in college at DePaul. I hope we understand how tough a job Trae Young has. He has to make most of the plays with defenses set up to stop him every game now. He stays very composed when things don't go his way. Not easy for a young player, very impressive to me.
I agree with everything Rod said, and I think anybody that's been down that line, wow, would say the same thing. I mean, for him to be as composed and under control, and I know he has some passes and he has some bad defensive games and he doesn't pass the ball with the velocity every time, but he has got, as we watch, he stays managing the game, and a lot of time managing the game is him driving the ball or making a shot. He takes what the defense gives him. Had some success, but the one thing you don't want to do is come down and get into a shootout with Trae Young. You don't want to try to match him.
Offensive rebound, Joe Luala-Acuil Jr. with the putback. And a timeout on the court, 2-point game here in Norman.
The last play, Trae Young was on defense. We see Tristan Clark. They're going to run some baseline screens. All right, Tristan Clark is in position, but he sets a wide screen, and that's far too wide. You cannot get your feet outside your shoulders, the inside of your feet outside your shoulders. That, to me, was a moving screen, and he got hit.
So that right quad is where he got clipped. We'll see if that is an issue for Young, who's got 20 points to go along with 7 assists in this one. Odom's toss inside, trying to find Latin. Vital comes up with it. Baylor could take the lead with a 3. Vital inside, and he gets fouled. Mark Vital, the freshman from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Hurt his ankle late in the Florida game. Appears to be fine, but only 4 points so far in this one.
Baylor is definitely aggressive right now. The last series of pick and roll defense took away his looks. They're doing a good job of giving early help, staying with their man, getting back, playing with their hands up. Very connected defense for Baylor.
Way off. So 1-point game here, early second half. John Chambee, Tom Green, Chris Button, Brady Manick.
Great set play. Brady Manick comes across like he's going to set the screen, flies off the back screen, and it works because they're playing him really tight connected. That's not a good shot.
And they get the block on Lindsey. And Lindsey appears to be hurt. The Sooners lead by 3.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
Well, Saturday on ESPN, we get the basketball version of the Red River Rivalry, 6:15 Eastern. It's the Sooners and the Longhorns, and then a Big Ten matchup. Michigan State and Indiana, both games on ESPN and live on the ESPN app. Latin trying to give it off to Young, finally finds it.
Great defense by Baylor on that. They're trying to jam up that handoff. They want to trap the handoffs.
And a turnover. Three-point game, Sooners lead. Trae Young, and this one has been outstanding. 20 points, 5 of 7 from the floor, 8 assists, and 4 turnovers.
Oh, they've got a matchup in the post. They got Trae Young, Vital.
Vital trying to muscle his way through. And now Young backs it out, back in. And had it knocked away, and there's a turnover. Vital pushing up ahead. LeConte. He's had a good shooting night. Good rebound there. And now Odoms takes it away. And a foul on the floor. Rashard Odoms, who had 14 in the first half, and he's been held scoreless so far in the early going since the break.
Good aggressive play. The last 2 possessions for Trae Young, Mark Vital's been on him, and you don't have to get as much help when you've got that kind of length.
Odoms wouldn't go. Latin offensive rebound. Manic. Book it. Brady Manic.
A-U-T-O Matic.
Yeah, believe it.
It really is.
14 points. He's got 4 threes.
I know that's a song from your youth days. I don't remember who sang it.
Pointer Sisters, I believe.
It's automatic tonight.
Yeah. Joe Lowell, Achiuil Jr.
Great pass.
And I believe it's Pointer Sisters, 1-0 me. We'll double check on that. Latin on the feed from Young. And now Latin.
That's where Trae Young's got to move without the ball. He's easy to guard when he stands. Gets away with one.
Foul on Lindsay there.
Manic gets the kick out from the offensive board. They're running at him, keeps his hand in it, follows through. And on the other end, they no communication. Odoms doesn't help on the back screen. Great pass from Jake Lindsay to Joe for the lob.
Lindsay will grab a seat.
Some roll and replace here.
I mean, if that,
I was out of
that
here.
almost scraped the ceiling.
I was done. I'd have seen it all if we'd have seen that.
Shot blocked by Latin. Young with his head up. Wow. Able to find Latin. Odoms. Shot rejected. Jolly, loose ball. And they'll go possession arrow, and it belongs to Baylor. Tyson Jolly laying out and picking up that one.
That's a tremendously spirited effort right now by Baylor. There is no doubt. You could see it in the walkthrough today. The energy they came in with, the excitement, the upbeat manners of the coaches. They had success with this in the first half, this side-to-side movement.
Aston working on Manic. Couldn't spin it home. Latin the board.
Got to get a dribble to get to the other side. You just can't turn and throw the ball. Take a dribble, extend, see it go through off the board and through the net, like he does. Like Trae Young. Just changes direction, elevates every facet of that, whether it be the rim, whether it be the floater in the lane, whether it be the three.
A little under 13 to go, 6-point advantage. LeConte. That missed a lot. Odoms gathers it in. Odoms lays it in. His first 2 of the second half.
Good timeout. Good timeout by Scott Drew.
Timeout, Scott Drew will take it with him. 8-point lead. Sooners on top.
Changes direction, gets in the lane, lifts it up over the defense, bucket.
Back in Norman, John Chumby, Tom Crean, Chris Butt. And we got an 8-point game. Baylor with just 2 wins in conference. And Scott Drew's team, when you look at their schedule down the stretch, and they have a home schedule that favors them, but it's probably their toughest game the rest of the way. They have to start picking up some wins though. Wild Jr. Shot clock winding down. LeConte.
Tough shot.
That to go. It's a 2.
Tough shot. Right when Manu's taking a couple tough shots, here comes the timeout. Then he gets one over one of the best defenders on the floor.
So that last foul on Tristan Clark. Young fires. Clark the board, and now Baylor the other way. Omot puts it on the floor, and he can't hit, but he's fouled. Looney Omot has had himself a nice game, a dozen points, and he'll shoot when we return. I don't hear it. Wow, you were not kidding. And certainly Trae Young, a guy with a number of relationships with NBA types. For more on that, here's Chris.
He has. He's already found some mentors, including Chris Paul and former Oklahoma Sooner standout Buddy Hield. Hield and Trae Young go back to when he was in high school and he would come to Oklahoma practices. They remain very close. They talk a couple times a week, actually, and he says that Hield has been very helpful in what to do with all this media attention, because Hield had it when he was here, and how to kind of block out the naysayers. Hield said this week the thing that he loves most about Trae is when he has not a great game, he follows it up with a fantastic game and doesn't let the media attention really cloud his judgment.
Side Odom's a little short. Shareal Jr.
I think Baylor came down and triangle into that possession, and they had it on Shepard. Oklahoma had a set play called. They couldn't get to it.
Clark from the corner. And that rattles home. How about that? Tristan Clark shooting 17% from 3.
That's a new area for him. He's a guy they like to get up to the top of the key at times.
Bang. Trae Young, another 3.
Trae Young likes that top of the key a little bit too. But really about where the U connects with the O in the middle of that court.
It's amazing. I mean, a lot like, the guy you hear him compared to, Steph Curry. It's not fair, but Curry well aware of Trae Young's prowess. And it's interesting, Young cites a game that Curry played here in Norman against Blake Griffin in 2008 when Young was 10, came to the game, and Curry had over 40. Davidson came in here against Blake Griffin's group.
Oh, great range. I mean, he just lifts it up, follows through.
That's his first to the team 6.
Here's Steph Curry.
He's unbelievable. Just the confidence that he plays with and I call it the flair, but he's always seems like he's always composed and knows what he's trying to do every time he has a ball in his hands. And he does, he shoots a lot of deep threes and has a creativity to his game that's just so fluid to watch.
It's a pretty perfect way to describe him, by the way. So you get past, he shoots deep threes, but he has a creativity to his game. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch. And here they are compared as freshmen. Yeah, the assists were way different, but remember, Steph played with, the name escapes me, is it Richardson was their point guard, Davidson?
I don't remember. They won a lot of games, and they had such great offense with Bob McKillop, such great spacing. Steph obviously could shoot the ball, pass the ball, but he was so good even then at getting people open with screens, with cuts.
Young here tonight with 25 points. Trey 4 of 8 from 3, 7 of 11 from the field. 10-11 to go here, second half.
Watch the lob inside here.
Vital trying to overpower McGusty. Young almost took it away. And now Vital on Young and puts it in. Trying to squeeze through the space and had the ball squeezed out of his hands. LeConte off the glass, wouldn't go, tip up and in.
Well, not only are they excellent offensive rebounders on the weak side, they are tremendous offensive rebounders in transition. The shot a lot of times on the break is not the most dangerous thing, it's that rebound.
That's his second in the team set.
Now watch the switch. Not sure it's what they intended to do. Trey gets caught behind Vital, tries to take the charge. It's not there. Vital with the turnaround.
Yeah, Vital, a big, powerful guy, 6'5", 230. That is a mismatch down low.
Baylor had gone triangle in 2 the couple possessions. They put Manick in, which we thought they might put the triangle in 2 on Trey Young and on Manick. But right now they jump back into the man-to-man. But they've not been able to get back into their rhythm since the change of defenses.
Three-point game.
Watch the roll. They guarded it.
Vital off the glass and good. Mark Vital making his presence felt here in the second half. So down 9 for Vital. Young inside. Manick with the follow.
Trey Young missed the shot, but I like what he's doing. He's not allowing the length to keep him out of the paint. He's driving it. He's getting that shoulder drop. Great follow by Manick.
LeConte answers at his end. And we are tied up at 76.
Oklahoma changed defenses. They don't get matched up with the ball. LeConte with target practice right there.
Manu with 24. Run a little bit of clock here. Now Young inside, rejected by Vital. Lack. Almost was able to get that to go +1. And Young will shoot 3.
Well, they come down to run the offense, but LeConte makes a great reading that he's not being guarded. They're getting into the defense late, and he walks up to the line calmly, knocks down a 3.
He's had a good night, Coach. Manu, the transfer from the University of Miami, a kid who grew up in Belgium, of course speaks French as well.
He really has. He got off to a good start in the second half, then started trying to match Trey Young. They got the timeout, came back out. He gets settled, knocks down a step back. He's been very, very poised inside of this game.
Taking back into Baylor is Maston, number 31. And returning for the Sooners.
One of the things you look at with Trae Young, the highest points per game at a Power 5 conference, Trae Young, it's the highest since the big dog, 93-94, when Glenn Robinson averaged a little over 30 points a game. I mean, you're basically talking about 30 years.
I know it. I mean, Baylor hasn't won a lot of games, right? I mean, look at the way they're playing tonight. This league is so strong from top to bottom.
Black with a big block. You could hear Young shouting, trying to draw the foul call, and he got it. Sooners by 3. Trae Young with 30 here tonight.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Boost Mobile and in part by Irresistibly Planters.
Monday, it's Press Virginia against the Super Frosh.
We're being treated to an epic season by Trae Young.
This is a blockbuster-sized rematch. West Virginia, Oklahoma, Monday at 9 on ESPN.
Back here in Norman, John Shambi, Tom Crean, Chris Button. And so West Virginia and Oklahoma coming up on Monday. And both those teams 5-3 in conference. Kansas in first place. What else is new? And a 1-on-1 spot for Trae Young, who's 12 for 15. 13 for 16 down from the line.
That win for Kansas last night. They've had some impressive victories. That's a very impressive win going into Kansas State, especially after the first game that they had and going in there and really taking it from start to finish.
Got Trae Young, 32 points, 8 assists in this one. So basically right about his averages. 7.5 to go in this one, 5-point Sooner lead. Clark lost it. LeConte down. LeConte gets inside, left hand is good. Manu's got 26.
They came out with a set play. It wasn't run correctly. He comes back out, gets it, again, gets Odoms and gets under him to get that scoop layup inside.
Young not able to hit. Baylor the other way. 3-point game. Nooney, Olma ties this up. Olma has had a really good night. 17 points for Nooney. Kick to the corner. Odoms. And out of bounds. Remember, the Sooners playing without Christian James, who's out with the flu.
Fantastic job. Odoms is on him. He gets under him, gets the scoop layup with his left hand. That is a very difficult shot.
Oh, my goodness. Trae Young from range adds another. He's got 35.
Now, Manu, come down, run your offense. Don't try to match him.
Clark with a nice move. The freshman who has started every game for them. Tristan Clark out of San Antonio.
We got 2 game managers right now. That was very good management by Baylor coming down.
Man, it's short. Latin had it in his hands and then got bumped. Fans wanted a foul. LeConte. Oh, and a great look at him.
Let's go. Let's play. Slowing it down. For a second.
Well, he had a good look at that one, but it was off to the side.
The vision. All right, watch him pull it. All right, he reads it. The hands are down, up and in.
Have you coached anyone that had that type of range?
Not to that level. No, I've coached some range shooters, but nothing close to that.
What's the closest?
There's NBA coaches that haven't coached range close to that.
Fair enough.
Very rare to find somebody that can come in even near making an NBA three when they come into college. That's
way
like
downtown.
Like a layup, John.
My goodness. 38 for Trae Young. He is sensational.
That might have been the easiest shot he's had all night. Watch. Good movement.
To the corner. Oh my, three. Got it! And a 1-point game. Moody Omar having himself quite the night.
He sure is. He was coming in with 5 made threes in 8 games.
Young finds Odens. He had a great look at it. LeConte buries a 3, and it's a 2-point lead. First lead since Baylor was up 17-15 with about 13 and a half to go in the first half. Young inside, hangs, hits. He's got 40.
And everybody on the court is playing him. The old saying of play the ball, see your man. They're all playing the ball.
89 apiece. I mean, we wandered in some 1980s Denver Nuggets basketball here. LeConte can't hit. Manic able to track it down. Oh! Inside, Odens would go. McClure, and he's fouled. End-to-end, back and forth we go. Trae and Manu enjoying themselves here tonight.
Oh, I know we just had the Aussie Open, but can you look at the change of pace? The ball going back and forth. Great 3. Coming right back at him with Manu. They don't match up. Come right back down the other end. The defense is strong. Everybody's playing him. Go, shields the rim, contact, bucket.
Well, how about this back and forth? Manu LeConte's showing off some pretty good range tonight, huh?
He really is. He took what the defense gave him right there. When he is taking his time, speaking of taking his time, but when Trae just comes down, I mean, he's seeing a different game than the rest of us. He really is.
Trae Young with 40 points for the 4th time this year. And that matches Eddie House. Remember Eddie House at Arizona State in the last 20 years. And here tonight, LeConte with 29. And Trae Young with 40. So it's McClure trying to break an 89 all-time. King McClure did not start. He had started 33 in a row before tonight, but came off the bench tonight. Gets that one, and it is Baylor by a point. Young inside, tosses it up, doesn't get the foul call, and Baylor the other way. Omot from the corner, got it! Nooney Omot with 23.
Speaking of James Harden, he'd fit right in that Houston Rocket offense tonight. The kickouts, the way they're shooting threes.
Young feeding inside, and Latin just not able to hold on to it. A turnover. Baylor with 14 threes tonight, Oklahoma 12.
And they were averaging under 5 coming into the game in the Big 12.
LeConte with 7 by himself. Odom's running through a mess of screens, trying to track down LeConte. Shot clock is under 10. Oh my. And a shot clock violation. It'll be Sooner basketball. All right, coming up, SportsCenter at 11 Eastern. I'll let you know about Gronk's status for Sunday. Kevin Love, the injury. And they get a foul right there.
Great defense by Vital. They didn't need to rotate over. He had him. His length and his strength has really been a factor. Now, Trae Young is really trying to attack him off the dribble. We got two pretty. We got a household name freshman being guarded by another freshman that's actually, since they moved him into the starting lineup, their aggressiveness has picked up.
For 2 shots.
So again, SportsCenter, by the way, coming up following Vandy and Kentucky. It's Bucci and Anderson. It's Trae Young and Joe DeRosa have a little chat. Got a 3-point game, 2:01 to go. Lat books that one.
Let's see. They haven't gone to the cross screens in a while. Let's see if they get something that gets them inside. LeConte off the staggered screens.
Manu can't hit. Latin the board. 2-point game. Young speeds ahead, feed inside, now gets it back. And then spins it off the glass, and we're tied. 42 for Young.
He is so good in traffic. And again, he makes something out of nothing, whether it's at the top of the key, in the lane, or around the rim.
93 apiece. Been a fun one here tonight. And they get a foul inside on Rashard Odoms.
Gets down inside, dealing with the length, makes the pass, it's deflected, but keeps his head up, steps across the defense. Great up and under. He's just got such a feel around that basket, but had the presence of mind to use the glass.
McClure, a 3. Got it! Oh my goodness. That is absolutely huge. King McClure buries a triple. Young going to work, feed inside, lats the dunk. Sooners called time, 1-point game.
Now, Baylor is so good at passing the ball and getting off the top of the key when it's passed. So McClure makes the pass to the wing, but he steps away rather than standing, which gives Manu LeConte the opportunity to pass the ball, stays in his shot, knocks it down. Beautiful play.
King McClure's first 3 of the night.
You see it so much, John. People will pass and stand and watch the action rather than pass. Get off the top and make the defender that's guarding you make a decision. Are you going to guard the ball or are you going to stay with the man? They both ended up watching the ball. King McClure, both defenders for Oklahoma are watching Manu with the ball. Finds King McClure, wide open 3.
54 seconds to go in this one, and it is Baylor by a point. 7 of 9 losses this season against top 25 teams. And again, 0-7 against the top 25. A chance to rectify that right here.
This is where you got to trust your teammates, run the play that the coach has called, have the ability.
And they get a timeout. Lindsey, the junior, able to get the TO.
Heads up play by Lindsey, but credit that Oklahoma defense. One-on-one making it really hard to get in.
All right, let's check out what's happened tonight as far as this back and forth. You get Manu LeConte going head-to-head with Trae Young, and Manu's been great.
Great footwork, knocks it down, gets fouled on the shot. ready to shoot. And you know what? Baylor's passing has been very good tonight. But no doubt about it, Manuta stayed within himself and made great plays. But talking about staying within yourself, he crosses half court, he's in range. He's so quick off the dribble, he rises up and shoots it. It doesn't matter if he's being guarded by a guard or a 7-footer. What I like so much about it, John, is when they put Vital on him, and Vital's going to be a very good player, good defender. He just started attacking the basket. He wasn't allowing the defense to set the tone and allow the offense to get stagnant. Got into the attack. That's part of the reason he's such a great game manager.
So going forward, Baylor offensively looks to do what with the ball? Are they trying to get it to LeConte, trying to find Omot?
Well, I think it's all this. Don't take a quick challenge shot. This is where LeConte has struggled at times. He's tried to take the game into his own hands when they've been down to the wire in situations like this. Trust the offense. Scott's very good out of timeouts. I would look for something, if they don't run the staggered screens on the baseline with LeConte, something that's going to get them on a cross screen inside to get him a layup or get him to the foul line.
Fourth 40-point game of the year for Trae Young. Well, first things first, Baylor up 1 and the ball. They get it to McClure.
Interesting, Doolittle. They put the size on LeConte. They've got size on Lindsey.
Wheel.
Nope.
Wow. That is not the shot you're looking for.
Nope, open shot, but the way he took it, not even close.
Young with Lindsey on.
He's going to attack the rim.
Young inside. No foul call. Puts it up. Gets the foul. And Young will go to the line. In amongst the trees, and Young able to get contact. So that last foul.
Now he has a tendency when he misses, especially when he gets fatigued, is he'll stand straight up at that foul line. When he gets low, takes that little pound of the dribble, holds his follow through, much more effective at the line.
He's 14 of 17 tonight. Gets that one, retired. On the season, 83%. This one to give the Sooners the lead.
Yep, they got to know what they're coming with. No timeouts. They've got to turn and play.
Where do they go?
I'd say they come off the staggers, look for a cross screen. Off each screen. Nooney was late.
Lindsey. And he gets fouled. And it was Doolittle over there late to help, a 1-and-1 spot. And Jake Lindsey to the line.
Great quickness by Jake Lindsey. Caught it, shot faked, pounded the dribble, nothing loose about it, took a tough hit.
The junior, a 73% free throw shooter. This is 1-and-1. Too strong. And the rebound. And they get the foul right there.
Either way, John, they're going to have time.
Yep.
They're going to have time. And remember, Scott Drew, he was there when Bryce Drew hit the shot. All right, they run their pacer actions. We saw they spent as much time on their end-of-game situations today. Length of the floor is basically they did anything else. So they're very comfortable getting a good look. Had the West Virginia game a few weeks back, as we did. They ran an action. Manu LeConte took the shot, but didn't stay in the shot. It almost took it like a hero shot rather than a jump shot. They're going to get an opportunity.
So here's Odoms now.
They're going to have their time.
Substitution for Baylor. Maston, number 31. Checks in.
Odoms so far in this one, 1 for 2 from the stripe. a 60% free throw shooter. 2 shots.
I don't like this. No one on the line. Because if he misses the shot for Oklahoma, all right, you've got a chance for the offensive board to get fouled again.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
And Lon Kruger will call timeout. So 2-point game right now. Why don't you like?
Oh, I don't think you. First off, to me, it's a distraction for the shooter. And
when no one's there?
Exactly. We won a Big Ten championship back in 2013 because Michigan went to the line. They never put anybody up at the foul line. And you want to put people inside of the position that give you a chance to get the offensive rebound. If they get an offensive rebound and they get fouled again, basically game's over. And now, by not having that, it gives them a free rebound if it's a miss. All right, they don't get to run their set play, but they'll already be in position. Now, you can say they're matched up, but I'd much rather take my chances on the line.
So the Sooners by 2. Trae Young tonight, 44 points, 9 assists, and he's been dialing long distance all game. I mean, a bunch of 25-foot and deeper jumpers, and then drives like that one. Absorbing contact, showing off the range again. Little floater there with that teardrop. 31 of the second half for Trae Young. That is 4th 40-point game.
Want to get across half court?
But first things first, Odom's at the line and a chance. Well, basically a chance if he makes the free throw. Got a pretty good idea that it'd be hard to lose in regulation. That'll make it a 3-point game. Odom's. And here we go, McClure. And that'll do it. Oklahoma wins it. 98-96. What a game here tonight.
Absolutely.
Trae Young with 44, and the Sooners able to escape and withstand that late charge from Baylor. This one was fun and entertaining.
It really was. And this just goes to show, again, just how good this Big 12 conference is. All right, Baylor's got 2 wins in this league and playing that way. We were talking earlier tonight, if they're 1 shooter away, they found some of those guys tonight. But Oklahoma, they found a way, especially without a good player like Christian James. But they had Trae Young and nobody else did.
Nooney Omot, a big factor tonight. He had 23 points, including 6 for 6 from the 3-point line. And obviously, every time we do an Oklahoma game, the focus right on Trae Young. He was 11 of 20 from the floor, 6 threes, 16 made free throws, and 9 assists. And standing by with Trae Young, here's Chris Budd.
Trae, a good one down the stretch. What did it take to pull this one out?
It took a total team effort. We weren't getting stops there in the second half, and we let them into the game and let them get into a lead late in that game. We needed to stop, and we got a big stop late in that final minute.
You talk about the team effort. The guys around you knocked down shots today. What was the difference tonight?
We just had a full team of confidence, and it's tough when you have a big piece like Christian James go out. He's a big part of our team, and we hope he gets back well here soon and good enough for Texas. But we needed a total team effort tonight.
There are moments going down the court for you where you look like you know you can't miss, and you start taking control. Can you describe for me the mindset during those times?
That's what a shooter wants to have. He wants that feeling when he feel like he shoots into an ocean. So that's a good rhythm to have, and I feel like I had a little bit of that tonight, and hopefully I can carry it on for the rest of the season.
Thank you, Trae.
Thank you so much.
Trae Young with 44, and the Sooners able to pick up the win, 98-96 the final. For Tom Crean and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi. Thanks so much for watching here tonight. Time now for College Basketball Live. We send it to the studio. Carl, Seth, and Jay Will.